What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Half Deezy, and I have definitely got some breaking news right now. As of today, for anyone who is not up to date, David, right? The whole thing, the singer where they found Celeste in his trunk or frunk of his Tesla today, November 18, 2025. It's 10:45 p.m. so I'm late on this, but according to our credible sources, specifically NBC News and ABC News, who cited the LAPD law enforcement, the police are no longer just investigating David. They have officially identified David Anthony Burke as a suspect in the death of the 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, which, in my opinion, I already knew that. But they're going to take their time because they want to make sure they nail his ass, right? So this moves the case out of the shadows of concealment of a body and straight into the realm of potential homicide investigation. So the LAPD reportedly believes that David played a direct role in the events that led to her death. Are we really surprised? All those people that were defending him, I know they're like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. No, you shouldn't have. You should have just kept your mouth shut and just been patient and waited, right? So now listen, David is allegedly a suspect, and he's not just a person of interest, and sources are telling the press that he's not being fully cooperative. Are you surprised? So a huge pivot from the PR that was put out months ago, where he was just being totally open to the investigators and so on and so forth. Now, for anyone who's just tuning in and just learning about this story, which I'm sure not many, especially since I haven't reported on this case yet, let me quickly reset the stage so you understand why this news is so critical. So the whole thing started with an abandoned car and a foul smell. The body of a teenage girl, later identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, was discovered in the front trunk or frunk of a black Tesla on September 8th, 2025. That car was registered to the singer David. Police believe that Celeste had been deceased for several weeks, possibly since the spring. Now, almost immediately, online speculation connected the singer and the victim, right? But people pointed to allege that the matching tattoos and a released demo song, and her mother telling police Celeste was dating a dude named David. Now, shortly after the discovery, David canceled his entire world tour. Now, I don't think he canceled it. I think his label did it because, yeah, they're not trying to look bad on this one. The LAPD quickly executed a search warrant at his Hollywood Hills home, seizing digital evidence and a computer. Now, the severity of today's news is that for months, police couldn't name a suspect because the cause of death was officially deferred. Now, with the suspect update, investigators have clearly gathered enough evidence, likely from the seized digital data, to pivot their focus to the homicide theory, and this is huge because everybody was trying to say, well, there's a possibility he didn't do it. There ain't no possibility now. Like, he was involved. Now let's talk strategy. When the heat came down, David made one move that screamed trouble. He hired Blair Burke. Okay, who is she? She is the defense attorney that Hollywood's biggest names call when their careers and freedom are on the line. So think Lindsay Lohan, Kanye West, and others. That's how serious she is. Now, her goal is to keep the case focused only on the concealment of a body, which is a far lesser charge and aggressively away from the murder charge. Now, she believes that the prosecution cannot prove murder beyond a reasonable doubt because the official cause of death is still unknown. But the breaking news today that the LAPD is naming David as a suspect and claiming he's not been cooperative suggests that the police are confident that they have enough circumstantial evidence and digital evidence to link him directly to the crime, regardless of the final autopsy report. Like, come on, man. The battle lines are drawn, and Blair Burke has her work cut out for her with this new information that's coming out today. Now, finally, we have to talk about the creepy social media aspect of this whole thing, all right? It's one of the most uncomfortable facts in this case. David is the singer of a huge hit, Romantic Homicide, okay? His music video and his stage antics, including one where he appeared to use a casket, have been dug up and analyzed online by his fans and by critics. Now, this is a classic case of art imitating life, or maybe life imitating art, but fans are obviously analyzing his lyrics and imagery, looking for clues that he has somehow foreshadowing or referencing this dark situation. The alleged unreleased song, named after the victim, Celeste, is also adding some intense scrutiny. Now, we have to be careful here because art is art, right? But when you are named a suspect in a homicide and your most famous song is named Romantic Homicide, then there's absolutely a toxic combination that is going on, and this is definitely going to plague his name and his defense in court, and definitely the court's public opinion. So, the LAPD has made its move. David is a suspect. The pressure is on, and we're watching closely from the LAPD any formal charges, and most critically the final report from the medical examiner. We're waiting for all of that stuff, and when it comes out, hopefully I'll be here to report it to you quickly. But hey, Smile Mah Nation, what are your thoughts on this breaking news? Do you think the LAPD has enough evidence to move forward with the homicide charges, or do you think Blair Beck will succeed in keeping this a concealment case? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next update in this case. Thank you for tuning into Smile Mah Podcast. I'm your host, Half Deezy. Peace.